city commissioners up here and everybody take their seat, we'll get started. Thank you for coming. It's an honor to be here with you and be part of this great event. I look forward to meeting my mayor. You must be popular to have won. Okay, we ready? City Secretary, would you please read the call? Do we have anybody from over there that can read the call? From the Girl Scouts? Oh, you got it? Okay.
Notice of a public meeting of the City Commission of the City of Brownsville pursuant to Chapter 551, Title 5 of the Texas Government Code, the Texas Open Meetings Act. Notice is hereby given that the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas, in accordance with Article 5, Section 12 of the Charter of said city, will convene a special meeting on Friday, February 6, 2009 at 9 a.m. in the Commission Chambers on the second floor of Brownsville City Hall Federal Building, located at 1001 East Elizabeth Street, Brownsville, Cameron County, Texas, 78520. The Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, can we have the honor of having one of the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts come up here and lead us to the Pledge of Allegiance? Please, you were the first one that raised their hand. Please come forward. And then if I can have the honor of having somebody lead us in a word of prayer, that'd be great. Please state your name there in the mic, both of you, so everybody knows who you are.
Ashley.
Ashley, you have a last name?
Luis Trevino.
Ashley, you have a last name? Okay. Would you please lead us in the pledge?
Scout salute. Please recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have a Texas pledge?
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one and indivisible.
And who's going to lead us in the invocation? You're the upcoming
I'll do it.
leader, so let's have somebody up to the plate. Okay.
Bow your heads, close your eyes, please. God, I thank you that we're all here today together, honoring you today in this special commission meeting. I ask that you help us to lead this city, be an example to other scouts, help the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts that are working in the city today, help us to learn from you and become good leaders. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Madam Secretary, item 1.
Item 1, presentation of a proclamation designating Friday, February the 6th, 2009 as
Is
Scout
somebody
Government
going to be
Day.
up here receiving it? Can I have somebody up here to receive the proclamation?
We need a scout to receive the proclamation. Do you have a representative?
Can I have a Girl Scout up here? Girl Scout?
Did you give me a copy of the proclamation? A proclamation of the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas, designating Friday, February the 6th, 2009 as Scout Government Day in the City of Brownsville. Whereas the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas wishes to officially declare Friday, February 6, 2009 as Scout Government Day in the City of Brownsville, and whereas for 57 years the City of Brownsville and its leaders have come together for this occasion, giving the many interested and committed youth the opportunity to witness firsthand the ongoing activities of the local government experience. And whereas this year the Brownsville City Commission welcomes this group of Scouts to City Hall and the city departments during Scout Government Day 2009. Now therefore, we, the members of the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas, by virtue of the authority vested by the charter of said city, do hereby proclaim Friday, February 6, 2009, as Scout Government Day in the City of Brownsville, Texas. We further urge all residents to join in recognizing the many fine and talented Scouts who have dedicated this day for this purpose. Done on this, the 6th day of February 2009, signed by Pat Ahumada Jr., Mayor and City Commissioners.
Well, I'd like to thank all of you for being here,
Just hold on.
and let's have fun.
Item 2, administration of oath of office to Scout Mayor and Commissioners. Would you please step up, please?
Can I have the commissioners and, who are elected, and the mayor up here, please? And can I have, after that, if I could have, please come up here with us up here to stand beside us.
You don't want them to be sworn in first?
Oh, you want, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, up here where the judge is. Okay. He usually gets sworn in up here, but okay, we'll have it up there.
Stella, can we give her a mic? Do we have a mic for the judge?
There's one right
Oh, there's
now.
one right there?
I'll be starting with Mr. Illo, who is mayor, elected mayor. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me.
They're on the
I, Mr.
table.
Illo,
I
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully
the duties of the office of mayor
the duties of the office of mayor
of the city of Brownsville,
of the city of Brownsville,
Cameron County,
Cameron County,
of the state of
of the
Texas,
state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. As you get sworn in, you can take your right place. And Commissioners, y'all can.
No problem.
All right, Aaron Cook. Mr. Cook, raise your right hand. I, Aaron Cook,
I, Aaron Cook,
do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, of the State of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Next is Anthony Brady. Brady. Who has been elected city commissioner. Raise your right hand. I, Anthony Brady,
I, Anthony Brady,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office of city commissioner
the duties of the office of City Commissioner
of the city of Brownsville, Cameron County,
of the City of Brownsville,
and of the state of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend
I will to the best of my ability preserve, protect,
the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. we have Antonio Hunt. Right, you raise your right hand. I, Anthony Hunt, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, and of the State of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Elisa Galván. I, Elisa Galván, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, of the State of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Julia Jarrett. Raise your hand.
We'll call the police.
I, Julia Jarrett, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, of the State of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Cesar Florino. I, Cesar Florino, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, of the State of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Cesar Briceño. I, Cesar Briceño, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, of the State of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Austin Lawrence. I, Austin Lawrence, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, of the State of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Carla Martinez. I, Carla Martinez, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, of the State of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Veronica Vázquez. I, Veronica Vázquez, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of City Commissioner of the City of Brownsville, Cameron County, and of the State of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, your mayor and city commissioners.
Let's give a round of applause to our Judge Elia Ernesto Lopez, please. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you. Before we get started, I'd like to say a few words. Each and every one of you was elected to this position or appointed to fill a very important role. It's a huge responsibility. So before I turn my gavel to the mayor here, I'd like to ask our city commissioners one by one to perhaps say a few words, a little bit of advice before we're retired for a little bit. Starting with Commissioner Triani.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to thank you all for coming out here. Obviously, as you know, as Scouts, public service, community service is a huge commitment, and we really appreciate you being involved, and we look to you as a future. As a word of advice, all I can say is get the facts and do the right thing. Thank you all.
Commissioner Atkinson.
The only advice I can give to Ms. Elsa Galvan here, Elisa Galvan as a city commissioner, is just to do the right thing. Listen to people. You can't solve problems if you don't listen to people and take care of their needs. You're a servant. Just because you're empowered doesn't mean you tell people what to do. You listen to them. And stay out of the papers and stay away from special interests.
Commissioner Camarillo.
I want to first congratulate Sissa. I wish you all the best today. As I told you, you're going to have a crazy day. Each of you all are going to wear different hats, and you'll see what I mean by that. Please rely on staff. Listen to your city manager. Look at all the directors and all the things that they'll be doing. That's what we do on a daily basis, and that's without fail, no joke. We really rely on staff. And all the directors that you see lined up here in the back, these guys are the experts and the folks that really move and shake for the city of Brownsville. And so we will listen to them and rely on them to help do the best job that we can on a daily basis. Says all I can tell you is the district's big, it's diverse. You'll see different issues. Just remember that we're here to serve. And I know that you have a servant's heart. If not, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have been elected by your peers. Always remember that it's about serving the people that we represent, and without them, we wouldn't be here. And always remember what our folks have taught us. You work hard, do what's right, and continue to move forward and help move the district and the city of Brownsville forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. On behalf of the commissioners who are not here for whatever reason, scheduling problems or whatever, the citizens of Brownsville, myself and the city manager and everybody here, we want to thank Larry Jokel, Mark Blakemore, and everybody involved with scouting that makes this possible every year. I think this is a very important part in developing leadership, and you've shown those leadership qualities, and you've been elected by your peers, and you have an important role to fulfill. My advice to you is, like, I'll echo what the Commissioner said, to do the right thing. I think if you do the right thing, no matter what happens, everything will come out okay. You're very unique, not only because you're scouts, but you're our future. But right now you will have the opportunity to see firsthand what many will not see your age and others, how government works. And I think that would be a great learning experience for you. My only advice to my counterpart here, Mayor, is you're elected to be the voice of the people. You're one of 7. The reason you're elected is because you're elected to be the city's leader. You will be their voice. It's up to you to give direction, set the pace, work respectfully with your colleagues. And my only advice to the Commission is to listen to your leader. If you have respect, I think you can get a lot done. If not, it's counterproductive, it's kind of difficult. In government, it's like anything else in business. You have the CEO, you have your management, you have your staff. Anytime that gets above your CEO or your mayor or your president, it doesn't work. You have to have somebody that's going to lead, and you have to have leaders that know how to follow. Then you have good government. So with that, I urge everybody to work together and pay close attention to staff, city attorney, city manager, and your counterparts. Congratulations, and we'll turn over this gavel to the mayor. I've just been drawn to show how the importance between Mexico and the United States and forming alliances. We are a city, but we can't think of locally. We have to think regionally. And based on that, I had that pin developed especially for that. Congratulations. Thank you for coming.
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm happy to be here. Like Mr. Paromada said, I'm the voice of the people now, so we're all the voice of the people. So we'll try to do our best. God help us. And I think it's only fair that the commissioners get their share of glory. So I'd like each of the commissioners to say a few words on behalf of themselves. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me be here. This has always been a fun job, and I'm happy I'm able to do it again.
I'm happy to be here too for a second time. Thank you guys.
Hello. Okay. It's been an honor for me to come and serve as your city commissioner, and I want to thank you guys for electing me and putting me in office here. So, thank you.
Thank you for voting for me. I've been wanting this job for a long time, so thank you for electing me.
I'll do my best to be a good commissioner. Thank you.
This is pretty repetitive, but thank you for electing me, and I'm glad you guys made it today. So let's have fun, like Louis says.
I want to thank you all for electing me, and again, thank you. And I'm glad to be here. I want to thank all the leaders and people that are going to help us with the jobs and stuff, and have a good day and have fun. Thank you.
City Manager, would you like to say something?
Not really. I'm just speechless. I'm just kind of excited to be here today. Thank you.
City Secretary?
I want to thank Mr. Blakemore and everybody who helps to bring this day every year, and thank you for everything, and let's have a good time.
I'd like to thank you all for being here. It's an honor to be here. I'm really glad to be here. Let's all have fun.
I want to thank everybody for being here, and I'm really glad to be here, so let's just have fun.
City Secretary, what's protocol?
Consideration and action on the distribution of work assignments for Scout participants.
Mr. Blakemore, you're going to assign the jobs.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. All right, now we're going to, you're going to meet your adult counterparts for the day. When I call your name, I'll also call your position, and if the two of you will raise your hands, then you'll be able to meet each other. The first is Director of Aviation, Nathaniel Garcia. And as soon as your name is called, just raise your hands and get together with your adult. Assistant Airport Director, Bruno Olivo. City Engineer, Aurora Villarreal. Fire Chief, Ashley Jarris. Assistant Fire Chief, Isaac Sandoval. Assistant Fire Chief, what did I say? Deputy Fire Chief, Isaac Sandoval. Assistant Fire Chief, Deandra Munoz. Fire Marshal, Raul Rodriguez. Assistant Chief of Training, Annabelle Chavez. And Assistant Chief EMS, Gina Garcia. Health Director, Andrew Ima. Environmental and Ecological Animal Control Supervisor, Matthew Briseño. Historic Downtown District Director, Vidal Martinez. Safety Risk Coordinator, Jair de la Peña. Municipal Court Judge, Katia Goga. We have somebody from the municipal courts here? All right. Bailiff, Amanda Leal. Court Administrator, Chelsea Glore. Prosecutor, Clarissa Robles. Public Defender, Carol Fordham. And in the Police Department, Police Chief, Ricky Yamas. Police Commander, Joshua Ramirez. Police Commander, Kyle Voltash. Public Works. Public Works Director, Jose Ramirez. Street Superintendent, Samuel Llamas. Landfill Foreman, Alejandro Castro. Recycling Center, Diego Arriaga. Public Information Officer, Carlos Trevino. Right here, Carlos. Parks and Recreation Manager, Andrew Briseño. Golf Center, Scott Urbish. PUB General Manager, Matthew Cohen. Administrative Services, PUB, Sidney Jarras. BISD Superintendent of Schools, Alejandro Zendejas. Administrator for Food and Nutrition, Elizabeth Cheney. All right, everybody should be lined up with someone now. We had a few scouts that weren't able to make it this morning, so if you had someone on your list that's not there, you don't have today, that's because they're not here today. Okay? All right, just like to give you a reminder, those of you that are scouts and adults, you should have at least 2 scouts with an adult or 2 adults with a scout at any given time during the day. So we know that might be a little difficult if one of the scouts didn't show, so we may have to make some adjustments here. So if you're in that situation, if you'll please just stay pat for a few minutes. All right, does everybody have their counterpart? Okay, Scott, Golf Center. All right. Maybe you can go with Parks and Recreation. All right. Okay, Scott, you go with these guys. It's the same department, right? All right, Mr. Mayor, that concludes my business here.
Okay, thank you. Cesar, you got something to say?
Yes, I have a note here for the street superintendent, for the public works director. Can you see me after the meeting is adjourned?
Thank you, Commissioner. City Secretary, what's protocol?
Consideration and action setting the time and place for the resumption of the meeting to hear reports from all departments.
Okay. At 12 at noon is going to be lunch at the Civic Pavilion, and around 3 we're going to come back here. We're going to hear the reports from all the directors. And Mr. Blakemore, something else? That's it? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
A motion to end this meeting.
I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay? No? Meeting adjourned.
Are you staying?
Good night.
I think there's more than that. Come on.
City Secretary, what's protocol?
Consideration and action action on a resolution from the Scout Government Day participants regarding improvements to the City of Brownsville based on report findings and recommendations. Is it on? I don't think so.
Will the first person with the report please step up?
Where did everybody go?
I think not everyone here. Like, where's some of the little people?
I ate them all. Consideration and action setting the time and place resumption of the meeting to hear reports from all departments.
It's not on?
Oh, okay.
It's on.
I think it is.
Hello?
Yeah.
You speak loud.
I was the director of health, the health director, sorry. I found out that I only thought it was one department, but it is actually 5. And also, it really helps, even though you don't think about it. The biggest part that they play in the city of Brownsville is that they keep Brownsville clean and working properly. For instance, they will go, let's say there's a complaint maybe about the food you had at a restaurant, they'll go and inspect that and make sure it's sanitary, and that and if not, they'll close it down or they'll give a notice first. Actually today we got there was a warrant already for a house that had been abandoned, and there were high weeds all around it, and so we went to go check that out, and it was really disgusting. I mean, there's grass all around it, but that wasn't the worst part. When we went inside, it was just stuffed with garbage, and it was sort of nasty. There was evidence that rodents were living there, so that was also bad. They also work with the Resakas and permits. They also do mosquito spraying, so there's not as many mosquitoes as there in Brownsville. So that helps. And I learned all the cool stuff, and I really want to do that job again.
Do any other commissioners have questions?
Did you have fun?
Yes, I had fun.
What was the funnest thing to you?
Huh?
What was the
funnest part
day for you?
Funnest part? Oh, talking with the radios.
What?
Talking with the walkie-talkies.
Oh, I thought you said taco.
What about the animals? How are they?
Oh yeah, we also went to the shelter, and that was cool. I want to get a puppy now. There are a lot of them over there, so it was really cool. There are a lot of dogs.
So you did have fun?
Yeah.
Nice.
At the shelter, there was a dog bigger than me, so that was
Wow. That's crazy.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give them a round. Next.
The fire chiefs stick together, so we're both going to come up here. So we started off by going to the firehouse, and then we took a tour of like the whole place, and then we went around to the different ones. There's 10 of them, and then we tried on the suit, and it was really silver and like neon.
It was like foil.
And the hat? Yeah, we got the hat. Then we drove around the airport in the big yellow fire truck. It was yellow, I don't know. Neon yellow, like greenish kind of. Neon
That's
green.
cool.
Yeah. And then
Charlie?
Yeah, it was called Charlie. And then we what else did we do? And then we just learned about fire and how to put it out. And like how if you're underwater and there's a fire over you because there's gas, then you have to move the fire, then come up for air, and then go back under. We didn't know that. And so, yeah, it was really fun. Any questions?
How would you move the fire without getting burned?
Oh, would you rather get burned or drown?
Okay,
you have to
but
think about that.
So
yeah, but wouldn't your fingers or hands get burned
How do you
while
move
moving
the
it?
fire when you have to
You
come
just
up?
like
part it.
Flash a lot? Or?
Well, because
you open it up. Like
personally, I would rather be burned than drown. We have no choice.
Would you conclude that it's not safe to play with fire?
yes.
Yeah, nobody.
Just one.
Good.
I have a question.
Go for it.
How many fire departments did you go to?
Oh, we went to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. And then, like...
How many are there?
10. I stated that already.
Did you? I don't remember that.
Interesting.
Yes.
Hold on. Did you see any fires?
Yeah.
being taken out?
Yeah, there was a fire that Jan just spotted. Thank God for that. We were in the fire truck, and there was this fire. Hold on.
Purple smoke.
They taught us that if there's purple smoke, that means the fire's still going, or like black smoke, of course. But if it's white, then they already put it out. So she caught it when it was already white.
It was first black, and then then we went to it, and then it was white.
So yeah, I didn't know that.
Awesome.
Where'd you guys get your hats?
They're very nice.
Oh yeah, they gave them to us at the other building. There's a lot of buildings for fire.
Theirs are black though.
Big. Okay.
So did you test out the fire hose and the
fire
extinguisher? They sprayed us. Like we were in the red car, the red fire car, the
fire truck.
Fire truck.
Yeah. And there's this. Okay, the fire truck's like this, and there's a big water hose that goes out the front like that, and one like that goes like whoosh, like that. Yes. And then we were driving, and then the people, they spray our car, and it's like about to tip, and it was really fun.
That's pretty powerful.
So I really enjoyed the job. Thank you.
Epic.
That's pretty
Thank
scary.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Our duties were to take the jobs at the court and conduct an arrest and trial of a subject. My job was to act as the court clerk. I took notes of everything that went on during the trial, and I filled out the warrant for the arrest of Mr. Charles Joseph Hassey, also known as Tad. Carol was the public defender who could not save Mr. Hassey because he was so guilty. Amanda Leal worked as bailiff and observed how the bailiff handles the defendant's handcuffing, etc., and had fun. Prosecutor was Clarissa Robles, who proved Mr. Hassey guilty, and Katia Goga was the judge, who oversaw the trial and made sure it went smoothly and fairly. And she said, quote, "She was the best judge/singer I had ever seen," end quote.
What were the charges for the subject?
For excessive smoking and drinking of coffee.
And
and his costume for Halloween.
And the chancla.
And
I think it was
chancla.
kind of traumatizing to little kids.
Yes, it was very traumatizing.
They cry themselves to sleep.
And do you remember the charges? Not the charges. The verdict.
The verdict.
What did the
I don't remember exactly, but he was charged.
Would you
okay.
read it to us?
Would you please read it to us?
Please read it to
So
us.
everybody can
Out loud so everybody can know.
This is what we charged. Okay. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty and assess a fine of $499.99 worth of breakfast tacos and burritos from Stripes and a penny's worth of
hammocks.
Full of Whataburger and subject to rehab for life with no coffee or cigarettes.
Thank you for your generosity, Mr. Hassey.
Was very effective.
Excuse me, but I would like to state that when Mr. Hassey walked in, he was carrying a cup of coffee.
Yes, I witnessed that.
He was not in
threatened us
rehab.
all with his
It's chancla. He's a loafer.
And he is not wearing socks with his shoes. Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing.
Very true.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Please put that website.
Give me a moment to get my papers in order. Okay, well, I'm Ricky Amos, and I was police chief today. Along with my commanders, Josh and Kyle, we were taken to the police department right behind the Brownsville City Museum. But first off, I would like to give my thanks to Police Chief Garcia, Commander Rodriguez, Commander Abitia, and Sergeant Abitia for their patience as we toured their facilities. I would like to comment that the Brownsville City Police is very well organized. They're very well equipped, and today they presented their annual crime report, indicating that crime overall had gone down by 1%. On a different note, however, they did say that they were lacking officers, 14 in fact, due to the fact that many officers were leaving for the Border Patrol and other such departments because they offered better incentives. And they also asked that I mention that they required more funding for more officers, as they were lacking about 30 in order to meet with the city's growing demand. That was basically it. Thank you. Unless you have any questions.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Hunt.
Do you guys get free coffee and donuts?
Actually, the police chief, Chief Garcia, pointed out that he doesn't like donuts. He prefers tortillas.
Prefers what?
Did you get to visit or see the border wall?
No, we didn't. That would be more under the Border Patrol, and this is with the police department.
We did that.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
I worked with the Public Workers Center. We started off by going to the Public Works Center, and they showed us all the different things that they do.
Don't be nervous. Just stand straight. Speak up. We won't bite. Just want to know what you did.
Just relax.
Where
Did
did
you
fun?
visit today?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you do today?
We checked all the drainage, all the drainage pipes, the road that they're making on Madison. We also went to the landfill, and they showed us how big the piles of trash were, and
What was your favorite part of the day? I guess the landfill.
Okay.
Do you consider going to this field after what you did today?
Probably.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vidal Martinez. As Historic Downtown District Director, Peter Goodman, he wasn't here today, so I was with Joe Gavito, and unfortunately, Andres Morales was unable to come. He would have been Heritage Officer, so that sucked. And due to the fact that he didn't come, I was not able to ride with Mr. Gavito or able to go in his office. Instead, we went downtown to the park where they had the Shadow Days. What's it called?
Washington.
Yeah, Washington Park. And they had a truck that was planting 6 oak trees there. And we went to visit the Immaculate Conception Cathedral and the Stillman Museum and another little art museum. And we just came back here, so we didn't really do much.
Were you able to see the machine actually plant the tree?
Yes.
How
I
did
saw it
it-
take out the dirt, but
How big was
after
the
that
piece?
I left.
How does it take out the dirt?
I don't know.
Use your hands to show us. Was it like this or was it like this? I don't know.
It just like it sticks a big claw in, and it just grabs it and it pulls it out.
Were the trees
And
already?
did you like the job?
Yeah, I did.
Would you recommend it to anyone next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you don't get paid that much, but it's a good
But
salary.
Is it entertaining?
What?
Would you get bored if you had that career?
Probably a little.
Commissioner Hung has a question.
Were you expecting your partner to be absent?
What?
Like, did you think Andres was going to come?
I thought he was gonna come.
Quite disappointed, right?
What?
You're kind of mad at him, sort of?
Was I mad? No,
No.
I wasn't.
Do you think it'd be
It's
fair-
just I had to walk around instead of driving.
Excuse me. Oh, what did you say your job was?
Historic Downtown District Director?
Did you walk around Brownsville, downtown here?
Yes.
Is that all?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go, Nate.
Hello, my name is Nathaniel Garcia, and for the Scout Government Day, I had Director of Aviation. First, we went to the Brownsville Airport, and we visited the airport firefighters. Their job is to, if the plane catches fire or anything, they go out there and they put out the fire. They have to be ready in like 3 minutes. They have to be there, they have to be dressed in 3 minutes flat. That was pretty cool. And then after that, we visited the control tower, and they have all the radars and they track the planes, and you had to call them to get clearance to land there. After that, we went to the airplane museum. It was pretty cool. Then we went back into the airport where they showed us all the security measures that were being taken, and it was a lot of fun.
Did you get to check out any airplanes or stuff?
Yeah.
Like that?
Did you go inside any?
No, I didn't.
Any more questions?
Did you get to see a plane take off?
Yeah.
How was that?
Awesome.
Was it like loud and like how on the movies and stuff?
I was in the car.
Oh, well, I guess.
Could you hear it in the car?
Speak up.
Yeah, could you hear it in the car? Did, like,
What?
could you hear the noise of it like taking off in
Yeah.
the car?
So you would
Awesome.
say it was loud.
Yes, I guess.
Is that it?
Yes.
No more
Cool.
questions?
No more further questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are those all the directors or all the projects? No. Okay. Yeah.
Bruno says no.
Okay. City Secretary, what's protocol?
Consideration and action on a resolution from the Scout Government Day participants regarding improvements to the City of Brownsville based on report findings and recommendations.
Do I have a motion from the City Commission? Commissioner Cook?
I move that the city provide the sports park facilities to the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts for Camp 3 at date to be determined.
Do I have a second?
I second that motion.
The floor is now open for discussion.
Okay.
Well, I think it's a pretty good idea. I think it will benefit the community. Well, scouting will grow because of this event. Since it's a new park, it'll also promote the city. and I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
We'll be able to show the community what we do, and like you said, it'll create, it'll make people want to join Scouts because they'll be able to see how fun it is.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of open land, so a lot of Scouts will be able to join, and maybe we can even help them some activities in the playground, such as the soccer games, the field games, the basketball and the playgrounds and stuff.
Exactly. So since it's a big park, you'll pretty much have something to do all day, and you probably won't get bored. I mean, it's a really good park.
Exactly.
We didn't get bored.
I think increase our relationship between Girl Scout and Boy Scout, because we hardly have any camp out together.
Yeah.
And it might be the first one for most people here.
And we know we all want to.
Because it was a fun park.
Well, those are all pretty good points. Any more points you guys want to discuss? Well, I think we've made our decision. Shall we conduct the vote?
Mm-hmm.
No objections? All those in favor say aye.
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 Oh,
Actually,
the discussion is between the City Commission, and the floor is open to discussion to the City Commission, not the public, please. All those opposed say nay. Motion passed.
all right.
Oh wait, do we have more? Superintendent.
Superintendent of BISD, do you have a report?
Mayor, City Commission, everybody present here, good afternoon. BISD received the Broad Prize, as everyone is well aware, last year, and they received in recognition of increased reading and math scores during the past 3 years than any other urban school district in the nation. The district won $1 million worth of scholarships. This means that students who apply for major universities receive $5,000, while others who apply to local colleges receive $2,500. The economic situations that we have right now will not affect BISD because the school district is very conservative fiscal-wise. They do not spend that much. Wise investment and large fund balance about 100 million of the budget, and this is 20% of the entire budget. In 2010, the new high school called Veterans Memorial will be complete. Right now, 60% of it is done. The completion rate of the BISD school district is 84.6%. Hopefully, it can be raised in the future. The school district will have to rezone again, which means that students will be shifted from different schools here in the city. The reason is to lower the numbers of students in middle and elementary schools, and the students will be relocated to Veterans Memorial High School, Manzano Middle School, and Pullum, Keller, and Peña Elementary Schools. The magnet programs at the BISD high schools are very effective, successful. Enrollment dropped in BISD this year a little bit. This is not good considering that the state of Texas funds school districts using the WAPA, and WAPA stands for the weighted average daily attendance. This means that the more students there is in a school district, the district receives more money. The district hopes that enrollment will rise again in the coming years. There is a vision of BISD students using technology for tomorrow. Using technology in the classrooms will give the students instant access to information. It can provide feedback from the teacher to the students as well. And there are currently 7,000 students in BISD enrolled in dual enrollment courses with UTB-TSC, ranging from different subjects such as math, English, and science. There is also the Brownsville Early College High School, where students who graduate from that school will enter college as juniors when they graduate. I'd also like to take time to add a few more comments. This is my last year in Scout Government Day, as some of you all may know. And I really enjoyed being a school superintendent for the day. And since it's my last year, I just want to tell everybody here present that to stay active in Scouts. Stay active in Scouts after you age out. I'm going to turn 18 this December. Some of us will turn 18 before we leave for the university. I ask Boy and Girl Scouts to remain active in their troops when they leave college, to the university, anywhere that you all go, to stay active and contribute to the scouting program in any way you can. There are many ways to do it, and help scouting out. Scouting is a very great program, and it is very valuable, and it teaches young men and women important lessons in life. And I'd like to thank you all for being part of my life, my scouting career, since it will be my last year as a scout and my last Scout Government Day. You all will still see me around in scouting events, but as an adult, and hopefully in the future in regional scouting, national scouting, or even international scouting. Please stay active and remain faithful to the scouting program. Remain with the Scout spirit and live up the Scout oath and law in your everyday lives as you all grow into adulthood. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mrs. Blakemore, what's next on the agenda? Mr. Blakemore?
I think the PUB is here now. You might want to receive the report from them.
PUB Director?
PUB?
The time we had at the PUB plant was great. We were taught about the types of turbines that BPUB has to create electricity. They use gas turbines and steam turbines. The way a gas turbine works is by burning natural gas fuel, which it turns the turbine that is used to rotate a stator. The stator has magnets enclosed in the copper wire housing. The turbine turns at a rate of 3,600 revolutions per minute. When the stator turns, it creates a magnetic field, which in turn creates electricity. The steam turbine works by heating up water in a boiler. Inside the boiler, there are many water tubes. When there is combustion inside the boiler, the water inside these tubes turns into superheated steam. The steam then goes to the turbines and turns them. The turbines then turn the stator and the generator to create electricity. When the exhaust of the gas turbines is used to heat the water in the steam turbine, then the two systems work. The two systems together make up a combined system. BPUB can operate in simple or combined cycles. The next place that we went to was the water plant number 1. Here at this location, they take water from the river and treat it with chemicals to purify it into safe drinking water. The process begins by pumping raw water into a rapid mix. Inside the rapid mix, chemicals are injected into the water. From the rapid mix, the water then travels to the settling chambers. Inside the chamber, sludge sinks to the bottom and treated water remains on the top. The treated water then goes over a weir into the filters. The filtered water is then chlorinated to provide chlorine residual. From here, it goes into a wet well that is used to transfer water to its customers. To conclude my report, I would like to take this time to turn it over to Sydney, who will give you an update about the improvements at water plant number 1.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excuse me, what was your name?
Matthew.
Thank you.
Repairs are being made to water plant number 1. It is located on W13th and Power Plant Drive. The plant will be on partial shutdown and BPUB's other 2 water treatment plants will continue to operate. The partial shutdown will start February 9th at 8 o'clock a.m. for 7 to 10 days. Water plant number 1 will be in full operating condition when repairs are completed. Yay.
Thank you. Are there any more directors that are giving reports? No more? Mr. Blakemore? Well, Mr. Blakemore says it's time to party.
Yay.
So, do I have a motion?
I move that we party.
And bebop.
Do I have a second?
I second that.
I third. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
Nay.
Hey.
Motion passed.
Yay.
I guess we should start with the beatboxing.